Welcome to Raven on the Rock, Denver's way to expose unique talent and original music from local artists. With your host, Rockin' Raven. You're going to enjoy what you are about to hear on Raven on the Rock. Brought to you by Rockin' Raven Productions and the Scoop 303.
Tonight, I'm very excited to introduce to you Mr. Remus Tucker.
Howdy, y'all.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm wonderful now that I turn the mics up. So I met you not too long ago when I went to see Patrick Doone at the Toad.
Yeah.
And surprise, surprise, Remus Tucker was there.
That was a fun show.
It was. I love it when I go see someone and then I meet someone else.
Oh, yeah. You know, that's how you get out there. And that's how you see a lot of people, like Patrick, I'd never seen him before. Saw him that night. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, very good stuff. I had him on the show a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you just blew me away.
Well, thank you.
With your voice. And I was telling Remus a little while ago, he did, all the songs we're going to play tonight are originals that you wrote. But one is one of my favorite songs that I read in his bio on remustucker.com, right?
Yeah. That's the Can't You See live version that we did. Yeah. This was with my former incarnation of the band, the Remus Tucker Band, and we did it to opening for Firefall. Yeah, and just to be clear, the songs that are on my first album, these are actually they were conceived of by Uncle Otis, and then they're arranged and made what they are by the rest of the band. So yeah.
How fun.
Yeah.
And so I was telling Remus, this is why I do what I do, because when you hear his voice and his guitar playing, but when you hear his voice, I get chills.
Oh, thank you.
So I hope you guys do too. And I cannot believe that these Colorado musicians are playing local venues here and are not on the Grammys, because this is where they should be.
We need a writing campaign of everybody in Colorado to get all the great bands that live here out there.
Yes, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying.
You're doing a great job.
It goes all around the country and all around the world. And if I can just get one band heard. I was telling somebody last week, when you write a song, it may not even mean anything to you when you write it. Usually they do. But there's somebody out there that song is going to touch. Absolutely.
Well, when we write songs, we put a lot of our heart and soul into it, and a lot of our experiences. And I mean, the human condition is pretty much the same all across the board. And somebody out there is going to go, yeah, that was me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly. So tell me about, you didn't grow up here?
I did not grow up here.
Where'd you grow up?
I actually was born and raised in the backwoods of Michigan.
The backwoods.
In the backwoods. Grew up on a farm, lived in the woods most of my life. I love it.
What kind of farm?
Basically, cows, pigs, that sort of thing. Sure,
cool.
Yeah. Fields of hay and stuff like that, corn. Loved it. And when I got of age, I hopped on a bus and went to Florida to front a band down there. And I've been singing since I was a little kid.
How little?
Oh, gosh. As soon as I could talk.
Really?
Yeah. I used to have my brother's huge guitar, and I'd sit there and play it and make up songs.
Aww.
So, yeah, just had a lot of fun. And, I started doing it professionally around the age of 18, and haven't stopped since.
So did you take guitar lessons, or did you teach yourself on your brother's guitar?
I taught myself. My brother was a god on the guitar. He was amazing guitarist. And he tried to teach me once, and brothers trying to teach each other something.
Right.
Doesn't work.
No.
So I ended up teaching myself. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Nice. So I'm going to play a song first, and then we're going to come back and talk some more. South of New Orleans. Do you go down there a lot?
I spent a lot of time around there, yeah.
Do you?
I don't go down there as much as I used to, but yeah. I used to live in Florida, so, driving on up, that was a trip. So.
Did you ever go fishing?
Oh, I love fishing. Yeah.
Did you go in the spillways?
No, I actually did a lot of fishing down in Florida, off the coast there, and catching all sorts of stuff.
If you ever go in Louisiana in the spillways, you got to go with somebody.
Okay.
Or they sell maps at the gas station the spillway actually has street names.
See, I don't even. I barely get out of the French Quarter because I'm too drunk.
Don't ever go in the spillway drunk.
Okay, no.
Because there are alligators.
Yes.
Yes. All right, so here's South of New Orleans by Remus Tucker.
They all know me out west Texas. They all know me west Baton Rouge. But if I ever lose your loving girl, there will be nothing left to lose. Nothing blowing out there but the leaves in the trees. They ain't blowing, no, there ain't no breeze. Thinking about my Cajun love out there. Back home south of New Orleans. Yeah, back home south of New Orleans. I played the blues all night in Memphis. I paid my dues up in Tennessee. Been down this road so many times before. They ought to take and name it after me. Nothing blowing out there but the leaves in the trees. They ain't blowing low, there ain't no breeze. Thinking about my Cajun lover there. Back home south of New Orleans. Yeah, back home south of New Orleans. Now half the time I sing up in Nashville, I tip my hat, I know I hold my own. I hope to see how my children know. I'd like to know a few before they're grown. Yeah, nothing blowing out there but the leaves in the trees. They ain't blowing, no, there ain't no breeze. Thinking about my Cajun darlings there. Back home south of New Orleans. Yeah, back home south of New Orleans. Hey! One day when the road ends and I'm home to make my amends, I just sit by my own and reminisce with my loved ones and all my friends. Come on, they all know me out west of Texas. They all know me west of Baton Rouge. If I ever lose your loving girl, there will be nothing left to lose. Hey, nothing blowing out there but the leaves in the trees. They ain't blowing, no, there ain't no breeze. Thinking about my Cajun people there. Back home south of New Orleans. Yeah, back home south of New Orleans. Going back home south of New Orleans. Yeah, back home south of New Orleans.
Pepperdine's integrated approach to business solutions offers you access to an array of products and services through decades of experience, state-of-the-art production processes, as well as inspired technological innovation. Whether your business or organization requires printed marketing materials, promotional ads, specialty items, commercial signage, stamps, or simply functional internal forms, their dedicated staff will provide the level of personal service and support your project deserves. Pepperdine's is located at 790 Umatilla Street, Denver, Colorado, 80204, or call 303-595-3663.
Hi, I'm Kenny Lee. You're listening to Raven on the Rock.
Okay, we're back with Mr. Remus Tucker. So I asked him during the commercial if he took vocal lessons, and he said no. Well, gee. So tell me what you were just telling me.
Well, yeah, I listened to the vocalists that really got me going. Freddie Mercury, love his vocals. Incredible vocalist. He was amazing. Jeff Tate, love his stuff. Robert Plant. Just tons of different vocalists. Listening to how they were doing things, and then I read a couple of articles about a few.
Oh, I thought you were joking when you said you read a magazine.
No, I did. It wasn't just for the pictures. Well, it depends on the magazine, but yeah. And I just read a couple of things, and I'm like, yeah, I can do that. And so I just modified my vocal style, and I am what you get today. So it all just came out.
And you are awesome.
Thank you.
Country awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome. So your first bands, you said you're 18?
Yeah, my first band was a rock band. It was called Circus. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. And we were doing, stuff like Van Halen and all that sort of thing. And kind of left that for a while and looked at some new wave stuff. Yes, Remus Tucker did new wave, yeah. And that really didn't fly with me too much because it was just a little too odd for me. And started looking at metal, and I did metal for a while.
God help you.
I know. I did metal. I did hard rock because I've got the vocal range.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very high range, so I can do those really high parts that other people go, that hurts.
Yeah.
So, I just kept doing that, and nothing really set. And so I had this idea in my mind. I'm like, I really want to do this project, and I was out here for a little while. I did some bands out here. I actually did a band in Florida called Peppermint Skydiver, which was an alternative type band, and we put an album out and stuff. But came out here and messed around with some cover stuff for a while, just kind of get my foot in the door, and decided, no, that sucks too. So I want to go ahead and do something, and pull together some guys to do Remus Tucker project, and here we are.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some incarnation changes here and there in the band, but the guys I got now are kick ass. They're amazing. So
Yeah, they are.
they ain't going anywhere.
So you tried like all the genres.
Every one I could possibly think of. When I was growing up, my dad used to play his banjo and his dulcimer, and we'd sing bluegrass. And so, I mean, that was kind of what I cut my teeth on when I was like probably 3, 4.
Yeah.
And from then on, I've always had this kind of thing for that type of music. I love bluegrass. I love the blues. And when you mix bluegrass and the blues, you get country, and then you mix a little rock in there, you get southern rock. So I say let's play with it and see what throws against the wall and see what sticks, and that's what we're doing.
How fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's great.
And you guys, you could tell when you're on stage, you're having fun doing it too.
Oh, it's almost better than breathing.
Okay, well, it's hard to sing when you don't fill your lungs and your diaphragm.
There is that. Yeah. It's kind of tough.
A little bit. All right, so now we are going to try Mountains of the Moon. Have you been to the moon and back?
I don't think I can talk about that down the air.
Okay. We won't.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later.
That'd be fine.
Okay. So what made you write this song?
This song with Uncle Otis, he's a great guy, come up with concepts, and we kind of had this idea of Mountains of the Moon, the most loneliest place you can think of, and you start thinking about this is basically based on the Civil War. If you listen to the lyrics, and thinking about guys that are out there in war, it's lonely, and they may come home, they may not, and thinking about it, may as well be on a mountain on the moon, because it's a lonely life, and hopefully you make it back, maybe you won't.
So what made you decide to write about that?
Sad period.
Yeah.
I love the Civil War. I
was going to ask, do you go to those reincarnation thingies?
The reenactments. No, I used to actually do
reenactment, not reincarnation.
Yeah. that'd be an interesting thing to see. I would go see that. No, I used to do rendezvous and stuff like that, mountain man stuff with my dad, and I just like the period because it's around that fur trade area, a little after the fur trade, in the 1860s and stuff. but you still had that idea. You know, everybody was kind of self-reliant, and I just love it. You know, I love Black Powder. You know, it's fantastic. It goes boom. You know, how can you not love that?
Ooh.
Yeah, blowing stuff up.
4th of July is your favorite holiday then?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Only if I get to set off the fireworks. Yeah. So
Don't you hurt those hands.
oh no. I do it with a stick.
There you go.
But you know, so yeah, the Civil War. It was something that not many people write about, and you know, it was a sad time in our nation's history, and you know, why not write about it? It's got tons and tons of history there that you can just kind of grasp on. So
you said you were talking about how they were self-reliant
very self-reliant, yeah.
and not entitled.
They were not entitled. No, that's I think a lot of that you see today. A lot of people feel like they're entitled to stuff, and I wasn't raised that way. You know, I was raised that, you know, if you don't do it for yourself, nobody else is going to do it, and you just got to get out there. And that's kind of why I like that whole period, you know, because everybody, you know, to live, they had to build a fire and they had to hunt,
Right.
you know, to feed themselves. They had to work in the fields. They didn't have a grocery store you can go to and just grab stuff off the shelf, you know, 24/7. So, you know, there's just something more real about that.
There were no 7-Elevens.
No. It's just something more real and genuine about that kind of living.
So in 100 years, do you think somebody's going to write a song about kids being entitled?
Oh.
Can you imagine?
If they don't,
But I mean, can you imagine 100 years from now? I know what I've seen in my lifetime.
yeah. 100 years from now, I'll still be kicking around because I'm not going to die. So,
Cool.
you know, yeah.
Very cool.
It's hard to conceive because we've come so far in such a short time. It kind of makes me a little worried
Yeah.
that if we go any further, we
We're
may
going to
not,
self-destruct.
may not be able to handle it. Yeah. You know, but that's why I think I see a lot of these people getting back to doing stuff, you know, like survival stuff, you know, not because they're paranoid, just because it feels more real.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend about that. I didn't have... There wasn't even technology, I don't think.
yeah, I mean, the technology they had was so very basic. You know, I remember the first computer I ever messed with, you know, 16K of RAM on it. And
With
I
the
thought,
2500 modem.
oh, yeah,
That
it was,
went,
exactly. Yeah. And that was like, you know, amazing. And I had a cell phone when they first came out, you know, those big things you
Yeah.
wore on your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was the thing. Everybody thought, oh, wait, he's special.
I kept mine in the car. I didn't wear it on my shoulder.
No, I didn't
but-
wear my. No, that's mine was in the car. Yeah, but you know, I was like, that's cool. I mean, look at this. I can be anywhere and make a phone call.
Right.
I had nobody to call, but I still had one. So you know, it's the idea that technology is cool, and yeah, it was amazing. So 100 years from now, who knows? You know, maybe we'll be living a lot longer. For some, that's probably a good thing. For others, probably not.
How's it going to feel when your music's considered classic country?
Well, you know, I'm listening to stuff that was written in the early 90s. I'm going, that's great, yeah. And everybody's like, hey, classic rock. I'm like, what? That's not, no. I grew up on that. It's not,
Right.
no, it's not classic. You know, stuff from the 80s, that, you know, the hair band stuff. And it was like, that's classic rock. I'm like, oh my God, I'm old. I should just dig a hole and climb in. So when my stuff becomes classic rock, it might be actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because then now everybody has to play it because everybody plays classic rock
There you go.
and classic country and
Well,
classic everything.
Let's take a listen to Mountains of the Moon by Remus Tucker.
Soldier Gray left home in Georgia. Said he'd be back home again. Things don't work out like the plan said. Sweetheart waiting for her man. Someday, baby, somewhere, baby, we may me be there if you can. On the mountains of the mud, summer winds bring afternoon. When the night comes, fireflies across the skies where lovers lie. Soldier blue from Massachusetts loves to see and treat the sad. Things don't work out like they should, Lord. She lost the sun and suburban. Someday, baby, somewhere, baby, we can walk hand in hand. One day, maybe you will save me, Lord. Let me be there if you can. On the mountains of the mud, summer winds bring afternoon. When the night comes, fireflies across the skies where lovers lie. There ain't no color for our love, babe, when looking down from up above. God will work it out for some now. All this life has just begun. Someday, baby, somewhere, baby, we can walk hand in hand. Yeah. One day maybe you will save me. I'll let me be there if you can. Come on. On the mountains of the mud, summer winds bring afternoon. When the night comes, fireflies across the skies where lovers lie. Yeah. On the mountains of the mud, summer winds bring afternoon. And when life ends and I die, I'll meet you there where lovers lie. Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah. Ooh, Johnny comes marching home. When Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, hurrah. Ooh, Johnny comes marching home. Johnny comes marching home again, hurrah, Johnny comes marching home. Johnny comes marching home again. Hurrah, hurrah.
At the Tailgate Tavern and Grill. Enjoy happy hour specials every day, 7 days a week from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Don't forget Wednesday night at the Tailgate Tavern is karaoke. Sign-up starts at 8. Sunday, band auditions are from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And don't forget, Sin Night. Service industry employees get 2 for 1 on wells, drafts, and bottles from 6 p.m. to close on Sunday. A pay stub, name tag, or valid ID is required. The Tailgate Tavern and Grill is located at 19552 East Main Street in Parker, Colorado. So we're back with Remus Tucker, and the next song we're going to do is called Skinny Remus. What the heck?
That was Uncle Otis's joke.
Well, yeah, because you don't look very fat to me.
Well, no. Yeah, he was. I used to weigh a lot of weight. You know, very, very heavy. I used to weigh over 300 pounds a long time ago.
Out.
Yeah.
Is he messing with me?
No, I used to weigh 336 pounds and wore size 52 pants a long time ago.
Well, how did you
Um,
do that?
Yeah, I stopped eating. No, I went on. I put myself on
You
a
stopped
diet.
going to McDonald's.
I did. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I actually went to McDonald's. I ate 2 McDonald's chicken salads every day, and that's all I ate. And I did that for 7 months and dropped the weight, and got it all off.
Wow.
So yeah. So
Look out, Subway.
yeah, that's right. And so I told Otis that, and so he wrote a song. He's like, "Well, now you're kind of screwed." So because you can't put on the weight. I said, but if you put on the weight, I guess it can be like a joke. Like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and this is basically a song about the first guys in the
So
Remus
you
Tucker
must have
band.
lost over 200 pounds.
176 pounds I lost.
Wow.
Yeah,
On chicken salads from McDonald's.
that's right. That's right. And yeah, I survived.
Okay, McDonald's, Remus is ready to do your commercial for you.
That's right. As long as you play one of my songs in the background.
Yeah. Ooh,
See.
we need to work on that.
Uh-huh.
That's very cool. All right, well, let's take a listen to this joke of a song because he's pretty skinny to me. Here's Skinny Remus.
Hey man, wanna tell you about a bayou where the water don't flow and that alligator go that swamp thing beside you. First in line and the last to go, yeah, don't you know? Ain't no charge for living large, hey, don't be late, it's gonna be a show. Skinny Remus got the swamp boat, Remus Tucker got the swamp boat. Big Otis got the beer and babe. Uncle Otis got the beer and babe. Gonna bring Miss Stella Twi. What'd it say? We stay out late. Alligator got fish toad, no banjo. He got the drum playing son of a gun, and Mozo got the mojo. Everybody sings and we all play a melody. All join in, it ain't no sin if you're gonna sing, sing harmony. Skinny Remus got the swamp boat, Remus Tucker got the swamp boat. Big Otis got the beer and babe, Uncle Otis got the beer and babe. Gonna bring Miss Stella Twi. What say? We stay out late. Yes, Cletus, he don't use no compass. He used the light from the fireflies to guide the swamp bus. Sun comes up, I'm gonna close my eyes, gonna sleep all day. Gonna rest up good like I know I should. Gonna get ready, go out and play. Come on! Skinny Remus got the swamp boat. Remus Tucker got the swamp boat. Big Otis got the beer and bait. Uncle Otis got the beer and bait. Come bring Miss Stella Try. What I say? Gonna stay out late.
Well, that was Skinny Remus. So who's out there listening to you?
Well, I'd like to say hi to my buddy Callum. He's my grandson, and he should be listening right about now.
Callum?
Callum, yeah.
Nice name. Hey, Callum.
He's my buddy. He's my wrestle partner.
Cool.
And I also like to say hi to Sorsha, my 9-month-old granddaughter.
Sorsha.
Sorsha.
Is this Callum's little sister?
This is his cousin.
His cousin?
Yeah, she's a sweetie.
What very cool names.
She's going to be trouble.
Ooh.
She's got that look.
But maybe her little cousin Callum will watch over her,
Oh, he watches over right now.
especially in high school.
Oh, he watches over like a hawk, yeah.
Dad won't have the shotgun. Callum will.
That's right, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I think my mom might be listening out there. And to everybody else that's listening, hello.
Hey, Mom, and everybody else. I just thought of something. It's this medicine I'm on. I found out today that I get to be weaned off of it.
That's
so my
good.
memory will come back.
Excellent, excellent.
It's really messing with my memory. Like stupid words.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I call that drinking too much, yeah.
Shh.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You said you wouldn't tell anybody
I'm
about
sorry,
that.
I'm sorry. It was a slip.
So I read on RemusTucker.com you played with a lot of famous people.
Yeah, I played with some. Yeah, I played with Jock Bartley from Firefall. He actually, when I was playing out the Buffalo Rose not long ago, he came out and I asked him to come on up and sit in for a couple of songs. And
Nice.
he is a shredder. That guy, oh my God, he's an amazing guitarist.
Yeah.
Unbelievably good and an incredible artist too. He does artwork, and it's just incredible work, amazing. So he's very, very, very talented. And also John Lee Hooker Jr. You know, I opened for him, and then whenever he'd come to Colorado, you know, I'd go out and I'd sit in and do a song or two with him. So, yeah,
Nice.
a lot of fun. You know, like John Lee would say, he says that's just what we do.
Yeah.
So it's fun. But,
That-
yeah.
That's nice. A lot of the musicians around here will do that. You know, they'll see somebody in the audience that they know that plays, and
Yeah.
they'll pull them up. And
You know, and that's a good musicians network. I mean, that's what we do. You know, musicians need to stick together because, you know, we're all kind of weird.
you're not weird. You're just,
Oh,
you're
come
just
on,
nice.
we're weird,
Nah.
but it's a good weird.
So anyone else you played with? What about when you're in Florida? Anybody famous?
In Florida, actually, yeah, Cry of Love. I don't know if you know who Cry of Love is. They were real big in the 80s with the song called Peace Pipe. And we opened for them at the Rocket Club, the world famous Rocket Club. We used to play there a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses used to play there. A lot of large bands played there, and that was an amazing thing. Those guys were incredible, yeah, absolutely incredible. So that was tons of fun. We used to hang out with Saigon Kick and just have a good time.
What's the most funniest experience you've ever had on stage? You got to have some.
Oh man, yeah.
Or too many.
Well, I did a show in Florida and I did it in a kilt. And
Oops.
yeah, and I was on stage and
Authentically?
Oops. That's the only way to wear them. And I was up there and had a monitor and I put my leg up there and I'm singing away and suddenly I was getting a crowd built up.
Of women?
Of women,
Uh-huh.
and probably a couple of guys too. But there are a lot of crowd built up there, and they're all looking up, and I'm standing there, and I'm looking down, and I'm like, yeah, singing to them stuff, and they're just kind of staring, and then I go, oh, and so being the modest gentleman that I am, I continued with my leg up on the monitor. Who am I to deprive those who made the trip?
Has it ever shown up on YouTube?
No, this is before YouTube, and thankfully,
God.
yeah, because
And cell phones?
no, yeah, it would have been one of those types of things.
Oh, you would have been really famous, Remus.
I may have, I was around there, yeah, for quite a while. Had a lot of fans for a little bit.
Oh, good one. I think that's the best one I heard yet. So we're going to play Sweet Carolina. I'm trying not to laugh. I'm still thinking I got that picture in my head.
A lot of people did, yeah.
So Sweet Carolina is the first song you sent me, and I've played it quite a few times on my show.
Cool.
I love it.
So do I.
How'd you write it?
This is again, there's all a collaborative effort. We just had this idea. Uncle Otis, like I said, he conceived of a lot of ideas for these songs, and he came to us, and we just all said, yeah, let's see what we can do with it. And Sweet Carolina, I mean, it's a song about a guy who's just going on the road, and he's leaving things behind, and that freight train is pulling out, and a lot of guys in the old days, a lot of musicians in the old days, that was their life,
Yep. And salesmen and truck drivers. And
Oh, yeah. People that go on the road, Sometimes you have to leave loved ones behind to make ends meet.
yeah, and same for our servicemen now, too. So
Absolutely.
it probably talks to a lot of people.
I think so. Talks to me.
All right, well, let's take a listen to Sweet Carolina.
I left my loved ones and headed west to Memphis. Saw her standing there by the door. Saw the tears in her eyes when I left her. She said goodbye, I love you, that's for sure. I let my pride, Lord, stand in my way. Gonna miss my baby girl named Linda Kay. I'm on that freight train, rounding out Georgia. See my tail light, looking down the track, rolling northbound for Sweet Carolina. You know my baby wants me back. For Sweet Carolina. You know my baby wants me back. Heaven knows the grass was looking greener till I got there, and man, they got meaner. Making money and living in the sweet life, missing nothing if you don't count my wife. You know that green light turned right to blue. So baby, I wanna come back to you. I'm on that freight train, running out of Georgia. See my tail lights, looking down the track, rolling northbound for Sweet Carolina. You know my baby wants me back. For Sweet Carolina. You know my baby wants me back. I can honky tonk until the morning sun. You know that green light turn right to blue. So baby, I wanna come back to you. I'm on that freight train, rumbling down to Georgia. See my tail lights, looking down the track, rolling up bound for sweet Carolina. You know my baby wants me back for sweet Carolina. You know my baby rolling up bound for sweet Carolina. You know my baby wants me back.
Sweet Carolina. Okay, so Friday night, I will be at Riffs for Hollowstock. And Riffs is located at 10151 West 26th Avenue in Wheat Ridge, Colorado, 80215. And Burnt Lips will be playing, Night Wolf, Wild Mountain Honey, and the Mop-Ups, which it's going to be fun. I don't know who the drummer is yet, but it's going to be fun because when these seasoned musicians get together, they don't even have to practice. It's just amazing, isn't it?
Oh man, there's so many musicians in around the Denver area that are just unbelievable.
That just blows me away.
Yeah.
The first time I ever saw Ron Waters jam at Cheers, and these guys are just getting up there, and they're just playing like nothing, like they've been practicing all week, and it's just awesome. Awesome.
That's the caliber of musicians you've got around here.
Right, exactly.
It's amazing.
So Friday night at Riffs, and trying to talk Remus into coming out and wearing his kilt.
Thinking about it. Probably not in the kilt.
No, but I think you should. I think it's going to be a fun time. So you can hand out candy until then.
Right.
Not in your kilt. We don't want any police involved.
I don't want to scar any children.
No. And then you can put the kilt on and come out to Riffs.
Oh, I see how it works.
See how that works?
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
I might make a trip down there.
Yeah.
I just might do that. You never know.
You never know. You could get on stage with the Mop-Ups.
I don't know. They may not know anything.
We'll just make sure that the monitor's out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, don't give me a monitor because I'll put my leg up on it and it just goes downhill from there.
So speaking of the musicians and the Denver music scene, what do you think about it? What would you do to make it better?
Oh man, more venues, taking original acts, because there are guys and bands in Denver that are incredible writers. They put on incredible shows, and they may only have an hour and a half worth of material, maybe just an hour worth of material. But I think we need to really get people out there like that and show them to the world, because the Denver music scene is popping. Everybody's talking about it. We just need venues that are letting these musicians come out there and show their craft, because it's a thing to behold. It truly is. When you see these guys that put out a part of their soul on a stage, and it sticks with you.
Right. Well, it stuck with me when I saw you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's there's a lot of guys out there like that. That are incredible.
Yeah.
So.
Now, how do you feel about covers?
I don't like to do covers.
Do you think it deters people from coming?
I don't think it deters people from coming. I think it's gotten to the point where everybody just goes in and it's background music. Some bands out there play covers and they've got a following. That's fantastic. But I think a lot of people go and it's just background to their drinking.
Right.
And so I'd like to see people, extend themselves. If they've got the talent, they're up there playing. Put some stuff out that they've written. That's the thing. I did covers, when I was younger, and like I said, I came out here and did the cover thing for a while, just kind of get my foot in the door and see what the scene was like. And it's great, but you've got people trying to do these popular covers that are they're destroying their voice. They're wearing themselves down to nothing, and they're not making any headway. I say, you can do a few covers, because I do a few covers in my show. I do a 2.5 hour show, and I've got a few things in there. Zeppelin, which is dear to my heart. I love that. Can't You See, and some other stuff. But on the whole, it's my stuff. It's my show. And I think a lot more people should be doing that. And a lot more venues should be open to having guys come in and doing those shows.
Now, what do you suggest for a band just starting out that just wants to do originals? Do you feel they should throw some covers in there just to get the people out to hear them?
Yeah, sadly, because there are a lot of people that write incredibly well, and people don't want to hear something they've never heard before. They they want to hear something that they're familiar with, and then once you do that, then they go, oh, let's take a look and watch these guys. So unfortunately, if you're just starting out, add a few covers. Plus, and this has been true forever. When you play other people's stuff, you start to discover your own style and your own flavor. And you may be like, Dickie Betts. You may be like somebody else. You've got to kind of find where you are and who you are. And
But you need to be true to yourself and who you are.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be somebody else because they've already done that.
That's right. Yeah, don't be a carbon copy. Yeah, let yourself kind of discover who you are. Your influences are several different people, but make sure the biggest influence is yourself and capitalize on that. And push it.
And when you're doing covers, I think it's important for people to realize that that's a cover you're doing and know the cover. But I also think it's important. I mean, I've heard so many, even like Can't You See, but I'm going to start doing this thing on my Wednesday show called Make It Your Own, because I heard Fujita Scale do Bob Dylan's Knocking on Heaven's Door. And even though it was like totally different.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
You still knew it was Knocking on Heaven's Door, but it was just awesome.
Exactly. Well, yeah. And that's that's what I do too. When I do a cover, I don't do it like the cover. I do it like I want to do it.
Right. Give it you.
Yeah. Because once you do that, then you're starting to get your own style out there. And people are starting to go, wow, that was a great version. Not that was a cover, but that was a version that you did. You kind of remade it in your own image. So.
And hopefully more people will start listening to my show, especially my archives, so that they can hear these originals and get used to these originals and like these, and then want to go out and see you do it live. Absolutely.
Well, I tell you, the work you're doing right now to help get local bands out there, it's wonderful, because not many people will do that. They won't take the chance. Getting local people out there, letting everybody hear these unknowns that are just incredible. I think that's fantastic. So you should be congratulated on the work you're doing. I think it's wonderful. Thank you. But I just can't believe, and excuse my language, the shit that I'm hearing on the radio. When there's these so many musicians in Colorado alone, let alone across the world in the United States, that just should be on the radio and should be at the Grammys. I completely agree. And I'm just very passionate about it, that I can't believe it. Yeah, it is really kind of a sad thing, because you've got, like I said, you got incredible musicians out there, incredible writers, incredible vocalists, incredible guitarists, everything. And they're just waiting for that opportunity. And I think our music scene worldwide would be in a much better place if people would take a look at that. Right. And let some of these unknown people actually get out there. The internet has actually helped a lot of people make their mark out there. And that's a great thing. Yeah. We can hear new stuff. Well, and VRDO picked me up, and we have a sister station in California that picked VRDO up, and hopefully there'll be more picking up and more listening and more spreading the love. That'd be great. So we are going to listen to Tony Delk's House Husband Tips of the Day, and we'll be right back with more Remus Tucker. And now it's time for Tony Delk's House Husband Tips of the Day. Today, dishes make a lot of noise. Seems like even more noise when it's midnight and someone's trying to sleep. Better just leave them for tomorrow. She'll understand. House husband tip number 2. If you have carpet, bad aim, and a lot of free time to clean, go ahead. Throw that gum in the trash 3-point style. And house husband tip number 3. Always keep several get well cards on the mantle. That way, if unexpected guests arrive, they'll think you've been sick and unable to clean. And those were Tony Delk's House Husband Tips for today.
Cute, huh?
That's cute.
Yeah, I love the get well card one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't clean, just throw them up there. I'm sorry, I've been so sick.
I'm going to use that excuse.
Okay, it's hard for me to do my dishes, so that is not an excuse for me, but I can vacuum and dust, I guess. So, honky tonk rock and roll.
Yeah.
This sounds like a Texas tune.
You know, this is a tune that it's a mover out there, and just it kind of harkens back to to the days of swing, country and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's just got that kind
It's
of
a
feel.
two-stepper.
A little bit, yeah.
Do you two-step?
I can't, unfortunately, I cannot dance at all. I fall down. I have thumbs on my feet. It's terrible.
I'm hearing these echoes of liar, liar coming through the ceiling.
I'd rather slow dance because then you get to touch the girl.
Oh.
Yeah, that's much more fun
Okay. Well,
without getting maced.
let's see. Burnt Lips is reggae. Wild Mountain Honey is kind of country. Folky country. Could you two-step to that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. You get out there before Wild Mountain Honey, and we'll see if you can't two-step Friday night.
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to take a listen to Honky Tonk Rock and Roll.
I'm gonna get up early and make sure my shoes shine. Oh yeah, I'll brush my locks and make certain I look fine. Oh yeah.
yeah, that was a two-stepper.
Yeah,
Nice.
it works.
So, which one of your songs is your favorite, and why?
Oh,
I do not. That's why I
well,
asked.
let me tell you. There's a couple of them that I really like. It's hard to pick just one. Okay, three. Mounds of the Moon. I love Mounds of the Moon. I just love Mounds of the Moon,
Yeah.
even though it's like 1,000 minutes long. It's really long, but I love the material. I love the content of it, the subject matter. I also like Sweet Carolina. It just speaks to me. It speaks to me of that. This guy, he's going, he's leaving, he's going to do what he does. He's coming back, but we don't know when. And then you got Sweet or South of New Orleans. I mean, that's just a killer song. I just love that. Just the way it flows, and it's fun to sing, and it's fun to get into, and it's just great. So yeah, three of them. I really can't pick one. Sorry.
Okay, well, what's your favorite song by another band?
Favorite song by another band? Oh, well, this might be a little cliche, but "Ramble On" by Led Zeppelin. I met Robert Plant in Phoenix one time, and I was gushing like a new bride, and I told him, like, you're a god. And he was very humble. He was like, no, of course not. I'm like, "Ramble On." When I sing that song, I am you because I want to be you. I want to be you. And he thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's just that song, the way it moves, it's fantastic. Now, I love Freddie Mercury, and anything Freddie Mercury does is incredible. But yeah, "Ramble On," gotta be it.
All right. So she's all out.
Yeah.
She's all out of what?
Oh, she's all out.
Bachata.
Well, there's a term, is like, she's all that and she's all out, which means that she's kind of out there, and
Oh.
yeah, she's one of them young ladies.
Okay, well, I won't make you elaborate on that.
All right.
Let's take a listen to "She's All Out" by Remus Tucker.
Gonna make it home by the dinner bell. I ain't staying out and raising no hell.
Okay, I gotta talk now. Remus was just telling us about his photo booth experience.
Well, yeah.
He wanted to get his $4 worth.
No one told me you had to wear clothes.
Oh, yeah, and there was a restraining order involved. No. I'm just teasing. So, yeah, I'm dying now. Oh, see, you got me so confused. I was supposed to play commercial, but that's all right. We'll play it later. We're just having so much fun. I love it when we have fun on my show.
This is fun.
My jaws hurt afterwards, but
It's not that kind of fun.
it's...
Just want to make sure that everyone's understanding. We're just laughing, talking about going to church.
Yep, that's what we were doing. So your influences, I think you already told me though, didn't you?
Well, my influences, Freddie Mercury for his vocals, and that's it. And, you know, I just want to be clear about that. I love Freddie. Jeff Tate and Robert Plant, you know, love that. Hank Williams Sr., you know, the way he does his stuff or did his stuff. You know, and Kid Rock for the attitude. You got to have that attitude. So, and, you know, the half-naked women dancing behind Don't Hurt. So.
And the strippers for feeding your butt.
Yeah, well, that was when I was younger, and in a band in Michigan called Marquis de Sade. Yeah, if anybody knows Marquis de Sade, they kind of understand the meaning of that there. But yeah, you know, when you're young and you don't have much money, the strippers were our friends. You know, they fed us, they comforted us in our times of woe, and whoa, there was a lot of woe. So absolutely, I love y'all. I love y'all.
And I'm sure they appreciate you too.
Well, they have a special place in my heart, and anywhere else they want to go.
Oh, Remus, you're so fun.
I can't help it.
All right, so I'm gonna play a couple commercials so Ray and I can compose ourselves, and we'll be right back with more comedy from Remus Tucker.
Rock All Over You. Customized fashion, jewelry, and much more. Get your bling on at Rock All Over You. Check out their link on the left side of the Raven on the Rock website. Now.
This is Tabor from Ghost of Ivy. You're listening to Raven on the Rock.
No, it wasn't about eating, was it?
I think that's what you mentioned.
I don't know.
Doesn't take much to set him off.
Not really.
No,
Well,
I
hey
guess
now.
not.
let's not say that.
I guess not.
I'll never get a date.
So, Night Thang.
Night Thang, yeah.
And
this
that is with an A. Night Thang.
Night Thang, yeah. Yeah. This is about a guy. You know, he's got this woman who says, "Hey, I tell you what, you know, I'm gonna live my life, and you know, don't yell at me." And she's out there, you know, comes home, try to be a good guy, you know, comes home from the bar, and then she's not there. She's out living it up, so she's a Night Thang.
Sounds like some of that's fair play for to me. Good for the goose.
I know. He's a. Oh, goodness. I'm not even going to ask if this is a real life experience. Because if it is, you were just wrong.
I am always wrong. I tell you.
All right, Remus. Here's Night Thang.
Tell me just who I am. I stopped in by 305. Nobody still saying I'm out there, ain't no doubt. You don't know what I'm talking about. Nothing. Oh, baby, you too. Nothing too. I know just what to do. Nothing. Oh, me and you, baby, baby. Nothing too. It's true, so it's true. Well, you're nothing. Nothing. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing. Woo. Tell your mama what you might do. She done told her that too. Yeah. Sister says he ain't got no right. Wow, what you doing staying out all night? Honey, honey, what you been doing? Lordy, Lordy, gonna be my ruin. I've been out there, ain't no doubt. Might not know what I'm talking about. Nothing. Oh, baby, you too. Nothing too. I know just what to do. Nothing. Oh, me and you, baby, baby. Nothing too. It's true, so true. Nothing. Yeah, yeah. Nothing. Nothing. Woo. Nothing. Wow. How party party and hey my best. Yeah, just talking about the way it is. Come on now. How baby, baby, it ain't too late. How's about getting one of your dates? Love you, honey, we'll go again. Something might be a sin. I'm out there, ain't no doubt. Hope you know what I'm talking about. Nothing. Oh, baby, you too. Nothing too. Well, I know just what to do. Nothing. Oh, me and you, baby, baby. Nothing too. It's true, so true. Nothing. Oh, baby, you. Nothing too. I know just what to do. Nothing. Wow. Whoa, baby, baby. Nothing too. It's so true. Nothing. Oh, yeah. Nothing. 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 Oh, baby, nothing. Nothing.
Supporting local businesses doesn't stop with the economy. It is all about creating a stable and vibrant community. Stimulate our economy by browsing Rely Local's business directory. Saving money doesn't have to cost you, and you no longer have to weed the coupon books that fill your mailbox. Just print them from Rely Local Littleton. Rely Local has combined online job boards and newspapers to provide you with the most local jobs in the Littleton area. Get connected. We want you to be an active partner in our campaign to rebuild the Littleton economy. Rely Local Littleton, your source for supporting local businesses.
This is Raven with Eggs and Kegs Radio Show here on VRDO, and you're listening to Rockin' Raven.
Raven Eggs and Kegs just had an awesome Halloween bash at Herman's on Friday, and I was there to co-host, but I had to leave early because my hands really hurt. So I was afraid I couldn't drive home. But yeah, I left when Horse was in the middle of Horse's show, and it was a fun night. There were like amazing costumes there. there was some guy who had like a guy in front of him. I can't even explain it.
That's pretty wild, like a Siamese twin type thing.
Well, no, because he was in front of him.
Oh.
But it was kind of like he was like holding, like the other guy was giving him
A piggyback ride.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
It was a cute costume.
Well, that's wild. Yeah. Yeah. I like good costumes. You know, especially when people take time to be inventive and
Right.
you
And
know.
use their imagination.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I was looking at when I went to Party City to get my costume, my Raven costume, and then even at Walmart, I'm not seeing a lot of those plastic masks anymore.
Yeah.
Do they outlaw them because of all the bank robberies? And
You can still find them in
Are
my
they-
trunk, actually. And by the way, that dye does not come out when it explodes. I just want to let people know. It takes a long time. So,
Well, thanks for that advice.
well, I'm here to help, and
Yeah, because I was gonna use that next weekend, but
yeah. Well, now you won't.
no, I'll just make sure I have on a full body suit
That's right. Yeah. See, that's perfect. That'll work.
and rubber gloves.
And plastic inside of your car.
Yes. I have carpet in my trunk that just comes out. So
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, you just throw it away and put new in there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the best. That's the best because if you have a body in there,
right.
that's best. Yeah, not that I do. Very clear.
I'll check before he leaves.
Hey, Ray, would you go get that thing out of my car?
No.
Fine.
Why country, Remus?
Why not?
We
Country?
kind of talked about this, but
We did a little bit. The stuff that I like doing. I mean, I look at it sort of like a cross between country and southern rock. You got just that good old boy feeling out there. I mean, there's nothing better than a bunch of good old boys out there, having a great time, and fishing and just drinking beer, having a wonderful time, talking. It's fantastic. Just the idea. Of that being so relaxed, and then the upside is that you usually have a lot of women wearing very, very tight jeans, and that's that really has a very special place in all of our hearts. I think. I think I can speak for all those good old boys down south that when they're out there all by themselves with a keg and some beautiful women come up with tight jeans, it makes it that much more special.
yeah, I'm sure it does.
It does.
And you will be walking up the stairs first.
Why do all women say that to me? I don't know why.
Please, Remus, after you.
Yes.
What do you think about you're probably not old enough, but do you remember Western music? It wasn't
Yeah.
country. It was
Well, yeah, I remember on the Blues Brothers, they said we have two kinds of country, country and Western. But yeah, Western, I remember that. Absolutely.
you remember on the Blues Brothers.
Yeah. The Blues Brothers, they went in and played that country bar and said, we have two kinds of music, country and Western. Yeah. So I remember Western very well.
From the Blues Brothers.
Well, yeah. No, I was born and raised. My dad, he loved a lot of that stuff. And I remember this one song. I can't remember who sang it. Out in the West Texas town of El Paso.
Oh yeah.
I fell in love with a Mexican girl. Yeah, that song. Love that stuff. And they told stories.
Right.
And it made you feel like you were there as a cowboy. What boy doesn't want to be a cowboy? It's fantastic. I love it. That's why I wear that hat and the boots and the guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the chaps.
Were you at the National Western Complex yesterday?
No, I was not.
I was.
Were you?
I was.
What were you doing there?
A friend of mine's granddaughter is in the Westerneers.
Oh, very cool.
Yes, and it was a very cool show.
Very cool. Yeah, I usually try to get to the stock show because, you walk down there and there's animals everywhere, so it's easy to get a date. And
Yeah.
But no, I grew up on a farm, and it just brings me back to my childhood. You walk down
That
there,
smell.
it's pretty pungent down there because it gets pretty warm. But yeah, being around those animals and stuff, it just brings me back to my childhood, and and going and seeing the people doing roping and all that stuff, and it's fantastic. Plus all those girls walking around like that, like I talked about. Yeah,
Those animals.
yeah.
So how many baby calves did you help be born?
Oh, I have no idea.
Lots.
I helped with pigs as well.
Yeah.
Probably about 7 or 8 pigs. I helped birth and do other things, because when I don't want to talk about the delicate procedure to prevent them from breeding, but let's just say it ain't fun. I first time I helped my dad do that, I was I think it was like 8.
Oh.
Yeah, and I tell you, that'll.
Now you do that so they'll grow bigger, right?
Yeah, they'll grow bigger. They won't breed, and they'll put more weight on. So yeah. But if you're on a
Bigger
farm,
pork chops.
yes, ma'am. More bacon.
Yeah.
Everybody loves bacon. So, but yeah.
What do you think about that whole bacon craze that was going on? It's kind of died down now, but
Well, personally,
bacon shakes, and when I was at Village Inn, we had to put a piece of bacon on one of our pies.
see,
It was called the Salty Hog.
wow. Now, I cannot adulterate the wonders and joys that are bacon. I need to just have them straight up. I'm a purist. So my philosophy behind eating bacon is you have to eat it the way God intended. And without any other stuff on there.
Eggs on the side, though, right?
Oh, I add eggs or a nice omelet with lots of cheese. Because, see, I'm not worried about my heart. It stopped a long time ago. So, my cholesterol is doing just fine. I'm actually in a race with other people, see how high I can get it. So.
Well, good old cowboy.
Absolutely.
Do you know what is really high in cholesterol?
What is really high in cholesterol?
Squirrels.
Hey, now, I like squirrels.
Are you serious?
They're tasty.
Serious?
Yeah, we used to go squirrel hunting. Yeah. Living on a farm, you didn't necessarily eat the things you're raising. You go hunting. Squirrels, rabbits, turkeys, deer, neighbor, It happens. The deer ducked. Neighbor didn't.
Oh my God, you are so funny.
I'm just having a good time. I hope everybody else is out there.
I'm having a good time too.
Good.
I hope you're all having a good time out there too. So, after you went south of New Orleans, you spent midnight on the bayou.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever been out there real late at night on the bayou?
Yes, and it was not pretty.
No. But people like to party out there. You got people doing voodoo, hoodoo, and all sorts of stuff, and they just know how to party. They dance like crazy. So, go out there, midnight on the bayou, and it's just a lot of fun. And that's what we've incorporated in this song here. A little bit of hoodoo in there, and, it's great because, that's a party.
Yeah.
You got people out there dancing till dawn.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Is there a part in there about coming back from the spillway too late and your brother-in-law is doing 65 and through the spillway and all these millions and millions of thousands of bugs are like going in your hair?
I wish you would have talked to me before we got the song set and recorded because we could have added that.
Well, that could be another one. Get the hell out of the spillway.
There you go.
Before the sun goes down.
Midnight on the Bayou #2.
Yeah.
Remix.
All right, we're going to listen to Remus Tucker with Midnight on the Bayou.
Western Mississippi, where the Delta runs wide, riverbacks to the tide. Little patch of heaven where I call home, where I keep my black hair bone. A whole lot of loving and a jumbo bag full is what I keep there to hold. I keep my baby, she keeps me mine. I love my baby there all of the time, 'cause you know that it's midnight on the listen to the sound of the midnight night as we dance by the firelight. 'Cause you know that it's midnight on the bayou. Some saw something beside you, yeah. Midnight on the bayou. Midnight on the bayou. Midnight on the bayou. Some saw something beside you, yeah. Midnight on the bayou. Midnight on the bayou. Loving girls, lady boys and men all will dance the crawfish crawl. Fighting and fussing ain't never been found. Everybody's got their feet on the ground. So if you come to the Delta 95 or Midnight River Pie, be sure to bring your spirit set right. You won't ever been a nothing with us, 'cause you know that it's midnight on the bayou. Some saw something beside you, yeah. Midnight on the bayou. Midnight on the bayou. Yeah, midnight on the bayou. Some saw something beside you, yeah. Midnight on the bayou. I said midnight on the bayou.
I think I did that commercial. We were talking about wearing fishnets. Remus can't wear them anymore because he tried waxing his leg and the candle caught his leg on fire.
Well, they told me waxing hurts, and they were right. You know, second, third degree burns later.
Did you have that like burnt hair smell going?
Yeah, but I usually smell like that, so you know, it wasn't too easy to differentiate.
So we talked about you fishing.
A little bit.
Boy, it's 7:28. We're a little behind. That's okay. We're having fun. What's this on your website about chasing bears? Please tell me you don't chase bears.
Oh yeah. I was living up in the mountains off the grid because I like doing that sort of thing. And one morning I was sleeping up there. I had a couple of dogs at the time, and I was very, very relaxed, and it was wonderful. And the dogs started barking, and they went to the window, and I look out, and there's a bear looking in the window. And so I bang on the window and yell at it, go away. And it got down.
Did it wave?
They did, actually. And they actually flipped me off. But, they're very, very smart. And it started wandering away, but then it stopped and turned around and started coming back. And I'm like, oh, no. That ain't going to happen. So I jumped up, I'm half naked. My hair's all down. I grab a Bowie knife sitting there right by my gun and run outside and start screaming and chasing the bear. And the look on the bear's face was classic. The look of horror and the look of just, absolute terror as the bear saw me and not knowing exactly what the hell I was going to do. I think it was a little afraid for its virtue. And so it hightailed it, and I chased it about half a mile until it went into the woods. This was down the road. Went into the woods, and, that was that. And as I was walking back, I'm like, yeah, that's right. And I looked down, I had a Bowie knife, and it occurred to me that that's about a 350-pound bear. I'm about a 190-pound guy.
You probably should have grabbed to the right a little bit. Grabbed the gun.
A little bit, yeah.
Well, he was probably afraid with your long hair flowing in the wind. He didn't know if you were a Yeti or what.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I mean, I think he was a little afraid that I had, taken a shine to him or something. And
Ooh.
yeah.
It could have been a female bear.
No, it was male. That's why I think he ran as fast as he did. Yeah, but it's all right. It's all right. We made friends later.
I don't want to know how either.
Well, we'll keep that for people.
All right, your love cuts.
I've heard that.
With a Bowie knife.
Yes, it does.
Well, we won't go there. We'll just play it, right?
Sure, why not?
Okay, here's your love cuts by Remus Tucker.
Sorry, honey, gonna have to take them back. I can't be seen in those in front of all my friends. I'm thinking about a gold-plated Mercedes-Benz. I took my baby on our first-class trip to France. She said there's just one thing, yeah, you need to take a chance. I know you love me, but you haven't pleased me yet. We need to take a limo out till private jet. Me like a knife to the bone. Yes, it does. Say your love cuts me like a knife, cuts me like a knife to the bone. I love my baby, wanna keep her satisfied. She said she really loves me, will till the day I die. Here's our proposal, hope you don't take it wrong. Could we bring Cletus? This is why I wrote this song. Cuts me like a knife, cuts me like a knife to the bone. Yes, it does. Say your love cuts me like a knife, cuts me like a knife to the bone. Caviar and champagne. I said, can I ask a favor? She said, if you make it plain. You say you love me, but do you like me too? She gave me a look and said, that's just too much for me to do. Well, your love cuts me like a knife, cuts me like a knife to the bone. Yes, it does. Well, your love cuts me like a knife, cuts me like a knife to the bone. Cuts me like a knife to the bone. Yes, it does. Say your love cuts me like a knife, cuts me like a knife to the bone. Your love cuts me like a knife, cuts me like a knife to the bone. Yes, it does. Say your love cuts me like a knife, cuts me like a knife to the bone.
And we're back.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
My jaw still hurt.
Can't talk about that on the air.
Okay. My ribs are feeling a little better.
No, you should have made me mad.
My hot flash went away. Now we're going to play one of my favorite songs. And I'm so glad you covered this because after sound check. Okay. Your normal musician runs 30 minutes late. Well, Remus was supposed to be here at 5:30. Guess what time he showed up? 5:15.
I'm very prompt.
You are. So after we did sound check and everything, and I wanted to hear this song, so I played it, and he really makes it his own, and it's beautiful.
Well, thank you. I love doing this song. We did this live. This is live recording. When we opened for Firefall up in Mares Lake Lodge a long time ago, and I tell you, when I start singing this song, it just kind of flows, and I love it. I just feel every note. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Do you think maybe that's why the bear came up, because he heard you singing? And
he kind of wanted to see if he can get a date.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
You don't swing that way.
I try to date within my own species most times.
Mm-hmm.
Most.
Mm-hmm.
There are those times. It's late at night. Nobody's watching the sheep. But I don't want to get into that.
All right, well, here's Remus Tucker's take on Can't You See?
out there in Colorado, and there's a girl I know. She'd like to make your guitar. It's really nice for the show. They look good on your back, these old guitar straps. Baby, baby, Raven raps.
Hey, this is Billy Van Kuren from the Santa Fe Band. You're listening to Raven on the Rock. More cowbell.
As always, Raven on the Rock reminds you to please drink responsibly and always designate a sober driver.
So, of course, you know, those of you out there who know the cowbell story, I asked Remus if he has any songs that need a cowbell. Forgetting that he grew up on a farm.
Yeah, like I was telling you about my most favorite, heifer out there. She had a cowbell that had the most sweet sound, and those long walks down the pasture, watching where you stepped. And so whenever she died, and we ate her. So, there's a little piece of her in me.
Not anymore.
For about 12 hours.
Oh, Remus. I'm afraid to introduce his next song.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, if you ever do need a cowbell player, I got my own.
Oh, I saw that up there, a big pink one, yeah. Just like the one that Bessie wore.
So tell me about Snake in the Grass. Oh, God, please forgive me.
Well, yeah. I can say
G-rated show.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. No, Snake in the Grass.
Your mother's listening?
I understand. and my grandson's listening.
Yeah.
Snake in the Grass is a song about, there's always that snake in the grass out there. Somebody that's always trying to do you wrong. Somebody is trying to cheat you. Somebody's trying to mess with you. And, we call that, they're snake in the grass because you don't see them until it's too late, until you step on them.
That's right.
And they strike.
Yes.
And this is a song about that.
Cool.
And this is basically my life.
Okay. Here's Mr. Remus Tucker with Snake in the Grass.
Just like always, we was running late. Bartender, boss man, looking on. Beggar playing, better make it strong. Let him find nothing. We was tearing down and looking around. Please let the boss like another drink down. Came in a day and the boss would say, don't be getting any of your pay. This is what happened. It's on the boys. Oh, just took the bartender now. Took the balls, get her on the bounce, man, and look like a toss. In come the dog, man, I can count. Was all looking to find another way out, 'cause there's a snake in the grass, and we better haul last. We won't be coming back, no, this here is our last. We know where we're coming, and we'll know where to go. Elbows and assholes right out the door. Yeah, to the bartender, so long and God bless. I know what to do when there's a snake in the grass. I don't want to make a move. Grab down key, I'm packing my stuff. Here come the man, I almost cried. Looking around for a place to hide. Ain't gonna have this room's too wide. We still get paid, and here comes hurt. Sunday morning. Said them's my tools. I can't lose on man. I grabbed on back. He was on the attack. I jumped out the window. Yeah, you kissed my ass. 'Cause you're a snake in the grass. And I better haul ass. Said I won't be coming back. No, this here is my last. I know when I'm coming and I know when to go. To elbows and assholes right out the door. Yell to the landlord so long and God bless. I know what to do when there's a snake in the grass. Huh. Cause you're a snake in the grass, and we better haul ass. We won't be coming back, no, this here is our last. We know when we're coming, and we'll know where to go. All elbows and assholes right out the door. Yell to them suckers, so long and God bless. We know what to do when there's a snake in the grass, yeah.
Alrighty then. So, next CD, you gonna have another one coming out?
Yeah, I'm actually working with the boys on doing a new CD. We're in the process of recording right now.
Yay!
Yeah, so we're getting that done.
When can we expect that on my show?
2047. I'm just kidding.
You best be.
I am. No, we're working on cranking out. We're gonna do a 3-song blocks
Because
because
I have a whip.
hey, now it's it's a family show. You
I can
said.
come down to that studio.
Yeah, we'd never get any work
We'll
done.
get that sucker out by Christmas.
I'm telling you. Well, we're hoping we're gonna have 3 songs done here soon, and then we're gonna release those as singles. Just to, release them out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We did before when we did the first album. We did the whole album, and then we released it as an album. And now we've got stuff out there playing. We figured let's go ahead and just release 3 songs here. Then we'll do 3 songs, release them. Do 3 songs, release them, and then when the album's done, release the whole album and have a party.
Yeah.
So keep some stuff going. That way, that anticipation that people have. So yeah, and it's more fun. So you go in there, bang out 3 songs. You go play, have a good time, go back in, bang out 3 more songs. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's a good process.
You could come back on like one of my nights that I don't have anybody, and I played like all kinds of music.
Cool.
You can come back and we play your 3.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
That would be cool. I will have to do my jaw exercises though.
Get that whip out.
Oh God, help me. So, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Hopefully not 6 feet under. But
Well, I hope not either.
I guess it won't matter. We're doing a lot of work right now. I've got a lot of people behind me right now. I've got manager Robert Speed is behind me. Ray Myers, she's doing a lot of work for me. And we're just gonna push this thing.
Not anymore.
No. Yeah, she's like, after all this, I'm done. All these secrets.
For all of you out there that think I laugh in double time, Ray's sitting over here with me, and she's the one that's cracking up with me. So
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah, well, now I've lost everybody that was working for me.
They still like me.
Well, that's right. Yeah. And so I see myself. Well, definitely I want to be touring next year, maybe even this year. But I kind of want to get that new material out there and get it going. And then I want to be playing everywhere, and I want to win that Grammy. And if I don't win that Grammy, at least I'll win a Granny. That's even something. Grammy or Granny, I don't care which. I can put both on my mantle. So, as long as she don't mind. But I want to be out there touring. I want to be.
So when you win the Grammy, if you don't have a girlfriend yet, you're bringing me, right? Cause
sure. Right.
I'm playing all your music.
That you're gonna hold me to that, right? You're gonna make me do.
Well, you're damn straight.
See how it is. Come out here for some nice conversation.
You didn't realize there was an ulterior motive here?
I didn't see that on the contract. I can't read anyway, but
I know.
I would have found somebody.
I handed him his format sheet for the show, and he says, "Where's the pictures?"
That's right. I don't read nothing. If it don't have pictures with arrows, I don't know what to do. That goes for a lot of things, but so.
I think you're gonna do it, Remus.
I hope so.
I think you're gonna do it.
With people like you pushing me out there and everybody else, listening to my stuff, request this stuff on the radio. They know where to get the music if they don't have it already. I know some of the local stations do have it. Just call them up and request it and tell them I demand Remus Tucker music now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's awesome.
Well, thank you.
You just have you just have one of those goose pimply voices,
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Well, I do like to scar people with my voice occasionally. And, if you're so repulsed that you have goose pimples, that's a good thing. I'll take it. No, thank you. I do appreciate that. I love what I do. I love all the people I meet. Yeah, everybody's fantastic.
All right. So when you are 6 feet under, you want to be buried on the Mississippi. I can't even say it now.
Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Yeah, it's actually longer than that.
Yeah, it's Mississippi. It just came over short. And I thought, hey, whatever he wants to name his songs, there's probably a reason for it.
Yeah, it's weird, but we'll go with it.
So I put it on the format as Mississippi. Mm-hmm. But it's really Bury Me on the Mississippi River.
It's Bury Me on the Banks of the Mississippi River.
So is that what the 3 little dots are?
Yeah. Okay. It's one of the $5 phrases, yeah. Tell you what.
Yeah, because it says on the program, on the format thing, Bury Me on the Banks of the Missy. That's what it says.
Oh. Well,
Remus, you just gotta cut these titles down a little bit.
I know it. Well, I wanted to be.
How the hell are you gonna fit that on a CD?
We did it.
You did
2 lines, but we fit it on there.
I'm gonna have to look at that. He brought me one. I'm gonna have to have him sign it too. Oh God.
I brought gloves.
Okay.
We got a hazmat suit all ready for you.
All right. Well, here's Bury Me on the Banks of the Mississippi River. And we'll be right back with more Remus Tucker.
I've been a river rat man near most of my life. Well, sun beating down on the slippery stripe. I had a lot of women put me to the blade. That one there, my wife I made. Well, she drove me to be a crazy man. Well, took that woman no one else could stand. And sent me back to where I was one of my clan of French Cajun. So I passed by. Bury me there on the banks of the Mississippi River. Where the moss and vines are blessed by my forgiver. Hey, you know my grave said no man wants to live forever. Just bury me there on the banks of the Mississippi River. Well, by Beauregard, I was given a name. Crawfish, Kowal, yeah, one and the same. They gave us Luke and Abraham. The devil sent that woman here to this man. Hell, then the woman, she died first. Let us suffer to the end of time and thirst. And don't take me to either land. Just put me underneath that barren sand. Oh, bury me there on the banks of the Mississippi River. smile to the man. When now the wind blows north, when the old man comes, he tells how your soul it's told by some. I throw my bones down at my feet. Under the money, I'll take my say. Bury me there on the banks of the Mississippi River. Well, the moss and mines I blast my mouth forgiven. Hell no, my grave said no man wants to live forever. Just bury me there on the banks of the Mississippi River. Just bury me there on the banks of the Mississippi River. Just bury me there on the banks of the Mississippi River. Just bury me there on the banks.
This is Doug Collier with Brutal Hand. You're listening to Raven on the Rock on VRDO Radio.
All right. So you don't have any upcoming shows because you're working hard.
Exactly. We're working hard cranking out this here music. Once we get these first three songs done, we'll go ahead and get some stuff booked and crank those out and do some shows. Because, I mean, there's nothing like doing shows.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing people out there is fantastic. And entertaining is what I do.
Yes, you do. You sure do. Well, I hope we see you Friday night.
Yeah,
I'll be very hurt if you don't show up now.
Oh, jeez. All right. See, now you're gonna make me feel guilty. All right.
No pressure. But
no, of course
really.
not. No. No. Pressure like a gun to my head.
Yeah. Well, better than a knife.
This is true. Yeah. Well. All right.
Well, thank you so much, Remus.
Hey, thank you for having
fun.
me, Raven. I really appreciate it. I had a great time, and
I did too.
Yeah, this is wonderful. You're doing a fantastic job. Keep doing it. Thank you for letting me get on here and just kind of mess around a little bit.
Yeah, and share that amazing voice you have, and you're a pretty good guitar player too.
I'm not that good.
Men.
Women.
All right, well, if you want Remus Tucker to play at your next children's birthday party, no, I'm teasing.
You probably shouldn't book us.
You get a hold of Ray over here. If she doesn't whip him when he leaves.
It could happen.
No, really. Your sense of humor is part of the big picture.
Oh, thank you. You got to have fun.
Yeah.
You got to have fun in life because, if you didn't, the rest of it would suck.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Really, really. So I want to have you back on the show when you get those next 3 singles.
Sounds good to me. I'd be happy to.
Yeah, and we'll just mix those in with all the other ones and
sounds perfect.
Have some more fun.
Sweet.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And thank you for coming with them, Ray. We'll see you Friday too. All right, and don't you forget out there, only you can make your dreams come true.
That's our show for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll be back. Raven on the Rock is brought to you by Rockin' Raven Productions and the Scoop 303. I'd like to give a shout out to our musical credits for our intro, The World Famous Johnsons, our exit, Garco, and our Raven Raps commercial by Michael Hornbuckle. I'd like to thank Rely Local Littleton for sponsoring us, and you can check out all our advertisers on the left side of our website, ravenontherock.com. I'd also like to thank all the amazing musicians in Denver and around the world for sharing their music with us.